Hey guys, this is Pastor Brian, and I'm here to tell you about a very important date that's coming up really soon. As a matter of fact, we're talking about the first weekend in February. We're trying to take our couples on a trip like we do pretty much every year. This year, we're trying to plan our trip for Mount Airy, North Carolina. There's a cool main street there with a lot of neat shops and restaurants, some other neat things to do. It'll give us a time to invest in our marriages, to talk, to build relationships, and to really come together to leave as better couples with stronger marriages. If you'd like to join us on this trip, the cost is estimated right now at about $200 per couple. This will cover your room at the Hampton Inn, and they have a nice breakfast there as well. We'll be going out to eat, some of those things you can choose for yourself. It's very important that you sign up today at the Welcome Center. If you're interested in going, if you'd like more information, just come see me at the front at the close of the service, and I would be happy to talk to you about our winter retreat for married couples. God bless. There is no church that is good at everything. And while I believe Blessed Hope is a great church, Blessed Hope has not always been great at everything. And one of the things we've really struggled at is helping people find clear paths to volunteer and serve at Blessed Hope. It's been more like a maze. We want it to be more like a highway. Thankfully, God has sent us a great man of God to help with that. His name's Charlie Shaw. And over the course of the month of February, we're going to give you an opportunity to meet personally with Charlie so you can find the place to serve that is the best fit for you. Charlie's going to talk about that just a little more. I hope you're as excited about it as I am.
Hello, Blessed Hope. This is Pastor Charlie here. And as Brian told you, we're getting ready to ramp up our volunteer teams here in February. You know, it takes a lot of volunteers to make the Church of Jesus Christ run effectively like it should. And what we do is really important to those out in the community who are lost and far from God. And so today I just wanted to kind of introduce this subject to you and let you know about all the different ways that you could possibly volunteer to help reach the lost here in Danville. You know, when a first-time visitor drives on this property for the very first time and they come into this parking lot, they don't know where to park, they don't know where to go. So what we need is volunteers for parking lot attendants to be able to direct people to where to park, to make it easy for them to get in church. You know, once a person is directed from the parking lot to the building, there needs to be volunteer greeters here to let people know, hey, we're glad you're here, and then direct them to where to take their children, to where to take their teens. Once people get here, they need to know information. They need to know where to go. They need to know information about when does the church have other meetings? When does the church have other functions? And this is a place they can get that information, but it doesn't work unless there's volunteers that are willing to fill the gap and become that information center that these people need. You know how intimidating it is? You remember how intimidating it was the first time you went to a church, you didn't know anybody, and you had to go into the sanctuary for the first time. You know what helps is when you've got people out here shaking somebody's hand, welcoming them, and telling them that we're glad that you're here. We all know no church service would be complete without taking up the offering. So of course, we need volunteers to pass the offering around. Praise and worship music is vitally important to setting the correct and right atmosphere in a service. We need volunteers so that we can have more teams of praise and worship musicians. I'm standing here in the nursery of Blessed Hope, and this is such a vital part of making a service meaningful for parents that are here. If we let these kids loose in the main auditorium, can you imagine what that would be like? And this is one place that we need volunteers. Here in the next few months, we're going to be creating and establishing neighborhood small groups. We certainly need people that are willing to be a small group leader, I'm standing here in our Hope Village area, Ministry for Kids, and young people, young couples that'll be coming to this church for the first time will have children. And we want to present this ministry in a way that they'll want to come back. And we certainly need volunteers in our kids ministry. In the 21st century, there are so many people that have addiction problems and issues. And a program that's designed to really help them in a biblical manner is Celebrate Recovery. We need volunteers in this area. I'm standing outside our reverse student ministry room, and statistics tell us that kids raised in church, when they reach 18 years old, almost 70% leave church. We definitely need some dedicated team workers and student workers in this area. These are just a few areas that we really need volunteers in. There's others that you even may be thinking of, such as hospitality ministry, benevolence ministry, visitation ministry, and other things like that. The idea is there's a lot that needs to be done, and we need people, volunteers, to do. So we're going to be contacting you and making a way for you to contact me here in the upcoming month so we can make this happen for the glory of God. Blessings.